So we're going to study this thing they call love. And if it's the greatest way, then it's going to get off our list of options. We have no option. Whatever shoes you're wearing, you're a mom, a spouse, family member, a partner, community member, a leader, whatever shoes you're wearing, man, you are going to try so many things. But when all is said and done, you're going to fall back to this. Love is the greatest way, the more excellent way. Yeah, we have had all these things year in, year out, and we are thinking, do what needs to be done, put something where it's supposed to be done, everything will fall in place. Only for all that to happen, and things are not falling in place. So you are there. You have been told. You have also devised. If I could do this and that, if I could only do this and that, then this will be like this and like that. And ladies and gentlemen, things have not happened the way we thought or we hoped they would. I want to introduce you to the more excellent way, the greatest way, and that is love. Now, the love I'm talking about is not this everyday love of yours you are hearing that people are trying to figure out by buying roses and all. I'm talking about the love, the way God intended it to be. Scripture says God is love, and those who love Him know Him. Okay, if He's the one who created man, and He says love is the more excellent way, really, who else is arguing? Who else is arguing? How far have you gone with whatever else you have tried? How are things going? Parents, how are things going with your children? Dear spouse, how are things going? I know you love these people because you feel you love them. Welcome to love, the way it should be. Part 1 of the love series. Reference is 1 Corinthians 13, verse 1 to verse 3. Read with me, NLT. If I could speak all the languages of the earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I would move mountains, but didn't love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I have to the poor, even sacrificed my body, I would boast about it. But if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. What are they breaking down for us? And I want to go verse by verse. If I could speak all the languages of the earth and of the angels. I know people who boast in knowing 6 languages, 7 languages. I can speak this one, I can speak this one. I have my mother tongue and 7 more languages. For me, I can probably speak 3 languages only. But some of you who can speak thousands of languages, different dialects. Well done, good job. You can communicate. And some of you can speak the languages of angels, which for us we don't even understand as you're speaking them. Good job. But if you don't love others, you are like a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. Okay. This is like those sounds of churches. Ding, ding, or clocks. When the hour clocks, you want it to finish. Okay, some of you have heard the siren or a bell, like when the siren goes, or like an ambulance or a motorcade of police or whatever is passing. You just want it to pass and stop. I can't imagine being to others that when people can't wait for you to just stop talking, when people can't wait for you to just walk away. Noisy gong, clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, to prophesy is to tell us of things to come, of the future, and oh boy, if we could just know what is happening tomorrow, if we could know what is happening next week and next year. And many times people seek all these things out. I want to hear the word. What is going to happen to me? What is happening? What does this mean? So people who have the gift of prophecy, my dear, where you can tell people what is to come, it's pretty cool. And if you understood God's secret plans, yeah, like how they say that man plans and God laughs, because he has his plans and they are paramount. So if I could understand God's plans, then I would know what to do when. And I'm king, queen, whatever. So, those of you who have the gift of prophecy, thank you very much. Some of you have wisdom. You understand this. You can interpret this. Thank you very much. You can tell the stars, manya the weather, what will happen in 2020, 2030. Good job. But scripture here is telling us that even if you possessed all knowledge, and even the faith you have can move mountains. Honestly, faith is good. Faith is important. They tell us if faith that you have is as little as a mustard seed, then so many things can happen, because you can just faith it and then it happens. But if that faith is yours, all that knowledge is yours, all that gift of prophecy is yours, but you don't love others, then you'll be nothing, man of God. Dear man of God, without love you are nothing. Dear woman of God, without love you are nothing. If I gave everything I had to the poor, dear foundation executive leaders who are feeding the hungry in Africa, you are making sure people in your countries, manya, have housing, human rights, name it. That's why these organizations sometimes are less impactful, or they don't impact as much as they hoped. Because scripture says, even if you sacrificed your very body, some of you are giving every inch of your property to, I don't know, helping these people, helping that. But even if you reach a point of giving your own body, but you don't love others, you have gained nothing. You've gained nothing. Thank you so much for work well done. But it's nothing. Okay, looking at this scripture and trying to really look at our everyday life, we are trying to impact people, are going to study up to I don't know how many doctorates. With your doctorate, if you don't love, we're not going to benefit much from you, neither will you be yourself. You will not feel much. You will feel that you're nothing. And people keep wondering, but she could sing so well. What a celebrity. She could move, I don't know what. The people would gather to listen to her speak. How could she commit suicide? Or how could she not feel she's worthy? Because if you don't have love, all that is nothing. Parents, thank you so much for sacrificing everything of yours. Some of you don't even take care of yourselves. You don't feed well. You don't dress well for the sake of your children. My dear, the children are going to stand, look you in your face and tell you you don't love them. Dear spouses, men, you will buy that woman a car, build her house, make sure there's food at home, etc. And she will look you in your face and tell you you don't love her. Children, you will do all those things for your parents, and when it's said and done, they will say, for me, I don't understand this child. What she does all these things for herself. All she cares about is herself. She doesn't love us. Guys, love is the more excellent way. Love is the greatest thing. So if we can do so much for the people we love, sacrifice, give, deny ourselves, go through so much pain, lack sleep, be awake all day for the people we love, and then they say we don't love them, maybe we've got it wrong. Maybe we are not doing it the way we should. So what is love? And we'll really continue in this part. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 says, love is patient and kind. Dear mother, I feel you. Dear wife, dear husband, I feel you. Because sometimes you just feel like, I can't deal, I can't take this anymore. These kids need to go. When will these people give me a moment by myself? Because if you're going to wait or be patient with someone who is going to change for just 2 minutes, you can wait. But if this is going to be my life, oh my God. Have you taken care of someone who is not getting better? Some of us are living with these people, and I will tell you, it doesn't matter how many times you say, I love you, I love you, I love you. You being there for them and being patient through their turmoil, through the sickness, is louder than you saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I want to commend you. I want to appreciate you. Those of you who have the rowdiest children, those of you who have the not so good spouses, but you have stuck and been patient, hoping one day they will change. Year in, year out. They've not changed much, but you're patient anyway. Patience is not about waiting. It is about waiting even when you're not sure whether things are going to get better or not, but you'll come about it. And I will tell you, patience is a fruit, part of the fruit of the Spirit. That just shows you that it may not be really easy or possible in your own strength, but grace is available. So if you're not going to be patient with me, some of you are rushing, you get into the car, I can't. You guys are delaying me, I can't. I told you to do this yesterday. How long is it? My time. Yeah, that's not patience. And because it's not patience, it's not love. So you're going to have to look through your life and the people you love and ask yourself, how patient am I with the people around me, with my co-workers, with my boss? How patient am I with my friends? Guys, this world, this world can give you. It can give you. But love is saying, if you're not patient, then it's not me. Kindness. There are some people who just deserve a taste of their medicine, their own medicine. Someone is unkind. Why should you be kind? Because love says, if you're not kind, that's not me. Yeah. You're going to be kind to the people who are unkind to you. I know people like to look around, like today you look for kindness around people you're not connected to and you don't see it. I had an experience one time. I went to town and I was looking for a place. I asked everywhere. I was shocked that there were people who were willing to even walk with me to show me. I spent over 30 minutes looking for this place in town, and over 4 people were willing to walk with me. Let me take you to this place. If we don't find it there, then we'll try another place. Then they get there. Then the person there would be like, let me take you to this place. And I was wondering, why do these people get the time and the feelings to want to help a stranger? But you see, that's the kindness people are hoping to receive. So you can buy all these nice gadgets, plan vacations, but the way you speak, you're unkind. The way you're treating people is unkind. No one is even going to look forward to that family vacation. Why would I want to go away for 3 days to go through impatience and unkindness? Love is patient and love is kind. That is verse 4. Love is not jealous. Oh? Love is not jealous. Dear husband, love is not jealous. Will you let those children go? Will you let your wife go? Will you let other people experience them and trust that they are going to come back to you? You're the only father they will ever have. The only dad. You're the husband. You're the one in their heart. You're the one on the documents as husband. And if anything happened anyway, it is out of your control. How about you put some little confidence in yourself and you say, you know what, let her go. Some of you people can't even allow your children out. You can't allow your spouses to be with her friends or his friends. You can't allow opposite sexes to even speak with your people. They might steal them. And then you are covering it up with things like, oh, it is not safe, it is late, you're wasting money. But what is really eating you is jealousy. And now you can know it is jealousy. Even when you let these people go, the thing is eating at you. You want to call them all the time. Send me pictures. Let me see what you're doing. Who are you talking to? What was he saying? Little brother or sister, No one is really created for only you. But if you don't appreciate the position you hold in these people's lives, then you're going to mess it up. So while you're doing all these other things, okay, jealousy will tear your relationship apart. It will. So love is not boastful, it is not proud, or it is not rude. You can be like me, I'm not jealousy. But, oh boy, pride. Some of you, you can't even hold your friend's hand because of pride. You're not even willing to share how you feel. You're not willing to communicate. You don't want to say sorry first. Pride. And some of you here can look at me and say, but me, I'm not proud. Let me tell you. Let me break it to you. If for even a second you have looked at yourself and said, why me? Why am I the only one who does this? It's me who did that the other time. Why not me? Does he know how he makes me feel? Has he considered my feelings? For me, even I can't even. Pride. If you keep making, or you have made selfish decisions where the photo is not nice until you look nice, the group photo, I mean, you know those people. Every time you're looking at group photos, it's like, nah, this one is not nice. Yes, because for you turned your face the other way in that photo. Everyone else looks nice. Why don't we keep that photo? Why are we deleting it? Pride. Selfishness. You can't separate selfishness from pride. Some of you are in relationships where you think you got it. You have pushed God out of those relationships. Actually, pride is what will make you look and say, but this God thing, in his own world which he created, with his people who he created, with his environment which he created, that's who you are. That's where you live, and you have chosen to disregard him. That's pride. Boastful. Love is not boastful. Let me ask you guys, how often do you do something for someone and you want them to say thank you? She didn't even say thank you. I did this and this for them, but they didn't even appreciate. And you want everyone to know that you're the one who did it. You are paying school fees for your own child and you want people to thank you, and you're bragging. Who did you want to pay it? You want everyone to know you're the one. I'm the one who found him. He had collapsed and I took him to hospital. The good thing, I just received this amount of money. And the bill wasn't small. I parted with a lot of money. Okay. That's not love, my dear. Because you're boasting about it. Are you comfortable doing something and people don't know about it? How about if you did something, another person takes credit for it? How does that make you feel? That's the thing about love. Love gives and is not boastful. Love is not proud. Love is not jealousy. Love is kind. And love is patient. Check our relationships, everybody. With your children, with your spouses, with your parents, siblings, your family, even your community, even the staff, the people who are working under you. Check yourself. How often do you speak to them boasting about, if it were not for me, some of you wouldn't be here. I helped some of you. How often do you speak, even to your own wife, even to your husband, with pride? Don't mess with me. You don't do that to me. The next time you're ash. Guys, you might want to be humble sometimes. Because the thing about the truth, you can't hide it. So if it is true you have value and this person doesn't need to mess with you, they will see it from your choices. Because if someone does something to you and you respond with kindness, with humility, those are burning coals you've placed upon their lives. And they will sit and think, and they will see your value. Because I don't see how standing up and saying, you don't do that to me, puts a value mark on you. If anything, it puts you down. Verse 5. Love is not rude. sometimes people ask the obvious question, like, oh, really? Someone will see you eating and they ask, are you eating? Then you look at them, roll your eyes and say, no, I'm sleeping. I think sarcasm may sound funny to the watcher, but it's actually rude. Love does not demand its own. I've done this and this for you. How long? When are you going to do this for me? I deserve this. Love does not demand for its own. Why me? Why am I the only one who does this? They don't appreciate. I need this. Love does not demand its own way. It is not irritable and it keeps no record of being wronged. Oh, have you been in situations where you wonder, okay, I pity this person's husband. I pity the people who have to live with this person under one roof because they are super irritating. Yeah. How do they do it? Some people, I don't know how the wife does it. I don't know how the husband does it. They love, because love is not irritable. No, love is not irritable. And love, what does it being irritable means? You don't get irritated. Sometimes you see children and you're like, how does the mother handle? Because you can't wait for this child to be taken out from you. The mother loves. So it doesn't mean they don't feel irritated. They feel the irritation, but they ignore the irritation. They want the child to keep quiet. They also want the peace. But this is their child, so they love on them. This is the husband, as irritating as he is, as annoying as they are. This is my husband. And you love. You don't get irritated. When everyone else is standing up and walking away, you don't stand up and walk away. You don't get irritated. When someone keeps doing the same thing over and over, wrong things all the time, you don't get irritated. You stay. Love doesn't keep a record of wrong. Some people are still talking about the wrongdoings of others 20 years later. Ladies and gentlemen, love does not keep any record of wrongdoing. We are not saying that you are not wronged. We are just saying, okay, even that time when you were wronged, you were probably apologized to. And even if you are not, can we move on? Because you're going to keep getting wronged by this person, especially if you're going to be living in the same space a year, 2 years, 10 years. Obviously, they are going to annoy you, like all the time. And there are some people who are within, like if it's a child, this is going to be your child forever. If you're in a covenant relationship, this is going to be your spouse forever until you die. So you're going to get a big book like this, where you're going to keep records of the wrongs someone is doing to you. So you keep making reference. In 1950 what? This is what you did. No one wants that. Like, we already know we are not good enough. We don't want to be reminded. So you can have everything perfect, but you are constantly reminding people, last week you did this, even last month you did this, even the other time you did this. This is the 50th time you're doing this. Don't keep a record of wrong. It's going to even affect your judgment. It's going to affect how and what you do for the people you love. And no one is asking you to forget what wrong they did. But don't hold it upon them. You are there standing. Even the other day when you were standing, you did like this. Those shoes, they have been in. Then the other day, you even borrowed it. Yeah. I will tell you, I keep telling people, like, people can do bad all by themselves. They don't need help. You don't need to keep bombarding me and reminding me how not so perfect I am. I am aware. Can we have some positivity coming in from the people we love? It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth is. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Yeah, that's nice. But now, when you love someone, that means you cannot cover up their wrongdoing. I mean, like, if they were to break, if you love someone and, for example, they broke the law or they did something unfair, you have to call them out on it, even when they are going to pay for it. I've seen people make very hard decisions of reporting their people to the law or to council when they did something wrong, but they stand with them in paying for that wrongdoing. And every time the truth wins out, we are happy, even if it's not happening in our lives. Love never gives up, people. This one is a hard one. Some of us, you're willing to even give up your children. You go and dump them at your mom's. I know you're going to give all sorts of reasons, but you have to try. You have to try hard, because love never gives up. Don't give up on friendships. Don't give up on people. I am an alcoholic, year in, year out. Don't give up on me. I am unfaithful. I keep destroying everything around me. I mess up the jobs, everything I get. I'm constantly saying sorry but never changing. Don't give up on me. Because even you, there's someone who didn't give up on you. Or some of you are messed because people gave up on you. So you can give it as a gift to those who you love. Don't give up on people. Don't lose faith. Still believe. Keep believing. Things will get better. People will change. Always be hopeful that something greater, better is going to happen. Endure through every circumstance. Okay, for me here, endure through. Scripture is not saying endure circumstances. Endure through every circumstance. Like, we're not saying love doesn't give up. Love never gives up. Love never, like, it's impossible to love and you lose faith. It is impossible to love and you give up. It is impossible to love and you don't endure. It is impossible to love and not be hopeful. Guys, this is really, when it comes to the application, it is really hard, because in our flesh, life happens, but grace is available. Ask for help. Keep trying. Rise up. I know some of us have messed up already, but get up. Instead of trying to say so much, speak less and do more. Be patient with people. Be kind to people. Be humble with those you love. Don't give up on people. Stand. Tolerate. Have hope and faith in people. That's what makes people reach the greatest of heights. Many times it's not because of what they think about themselves, but knowing that there's someone who believes in me. There's someone who believes I can do this, has faith I can do this, is hoping I do this. There is someone who is not giving up on me. That's what makes many of us keep going. Prophecy and speaking in unknown languages, verse 8 of 1 Corinthians 13. And special knowledge will become useless. Guys, all those accolades you have achieved, every win, all of those things will become useless. You see, even when we die, things are they end there. Our achievements, our level of education, our wisdom, our honorable achievements, they all end there. But love will last forever. If I was to choose between, why not invest in something which will last forever instead of spending so much time? All those things are good, but without love they are nothing. How about we combine? Okay, you have the love and also achieve all these things. That now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. Honestly, for me, this scripture helps me to understand that you may not understand everything. You may not see everything through. It's okay. Let's work with what we have today. Don't struggle for tomorrow. Don't struggle for 20 years from now. Let's love today. Don't say, for me, when I grow up, I will love. For me, next year, I will love. No, we have today. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's happening when your spouse gets out of the house. You don't know what is going on with your children wherever they are. You don't know why that friend of yours has come to you today. You don't know whether you'll even be here tomorrow. But when full understanding comes, these partial things will become useless. And when I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child, but when I grew up, I put away childish things. Okay, there are some scriptures I find maybe misplaced. We were talking about love. What has it got to do with childishness? And Paul says there is a time when we shall have full knowledge. And he says, for me, when I was young, I used to think and act like a child. Now here, when I grew up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think in many instances when it comes to love, we really, really act childishly. Because a childish person, a child, when they're acting childish, all they want is for themselves. Give me this, bring me this. And when things don't go the way they want, they throw tantrums. Are you that kind of spouse that is throwing tantrums, bargaining, begging, ordering, and not even trying to give, not listening, expecting the world to revolve around you? Oh, spouse. Now, verse 12. Now we see things imperfectly as in a cloudy mirror. But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete. But then I will know everything completely, just as God now knows me completely. You don't know everything. But a time will come. Actually, there are instances when we are given the opportunity to know this and that a little more, and then we say, I wish I knew better. I wish I had done this. Don't wait for I wish. You have now. Love people the way love demands. No one is mentioning flowers here. No one is mentioning cruises. No one is mentioning surprises here. All those things are good. But if all this, what we've talked about, is lacking, your flowers are going to be meaningless. Your perfumes are going to be meaningless if you're not kind. But when all this way of loving is perfect or is implemented, then we appreciate the gifts. Verse 13 says, 3 things will last forever. Faith will last forever, hope will last forever, and love will last forever. But the greatest of them all is love. Faith is not the more excellent way. Hope is not the more excellent way. Love is the greatest of them all. Ladies and gentlemen, love one another. Love one another. It's the only way that will give meaning to everything else. Is it easy to love? Of course not. Is it fun all the time? Of course not. Because many times love includes a sacrifice. But the world we are living in, we are not called to actively love on them, all of them. We probably have just our children, spouses, and family, and maybe your friends. And I'm sure it's not yet 1 million people, not even half, not even 10,000, not even 1,000, not even 100 people that we are calling you to do this for. The general picture, yeah, you can give to the world because of love and all, but there is this immediate person you are accountable to. Your spouse, your children, your family, your friends, and your immediate community. Before you go and serve the world, how are you doing in that area? Ladies and gentlemen, love one another.